Well, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Cheetah Run. How's everybody doing today? Good. Awesome. My name is Kim. I'm one of the animal trainers here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. I have been joined on the track by a few co-trainers. We've got Shannon, Missy, and Annette down there. Give them a round of applause because they're actually doing all the hard work today. Awesome. Well, we might be in front of Lion Camp, guys, but for the next 20 minutes, the cheetah will rule. Now, it might be a little shy of 20 minutes. We'll see how things go today, but I do want to let you know that the cheetah is the fastest animal on land. They can reach speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds. Okay, you guys aren't impressed. All right. How about 40 miles per hour in just 3 steps? Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I do know, and I realize that your car can go 60 to 70 miles per hour, but a cheetah is using their own physical strength to do that. So it's a pretty impressive feat. And I do want to let you know that this track is why we can actually offer this opportunity. This track measures 100 meters or 330 feet. Really important information because it takes 300 feet for a cheetah to reach full speed potential and have enough room to stop. Our cheetah running today, her name is Amara. She goes nowhere without her canine companion down there, Hopper. Amara is a 4-year-old female cheetah. Hopper is your domesticated pound puppy. He's a great dog. He is a great animal ambassador companion to the cheetah, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, we are going to run the dog first today, guys, just to let you all know. And the reason we're going to do that is to make sure our equipment is running. Number one, that's really important before you let the cat out of the crate. Number two is to give you guys the opportunity to see the beginning, the middle, and the end of the track at a much slower speed. And the most important thing is so that Amara can watch her domesticated buddy running down the track going, oh, no big deal, my dog can do this, I can do this too. Now the lure operation is happening by Shannon. Please cheer Hopper on, and I'll tell you about the equipment in a moment. So Hopper loves encouragement as he's running down the track, and I'm going to time him as well. So hand signals, Missy's arm goes up, goes down, dog is on the way. Very nice. Hopper ran that at a whole whopping 9.68 seconds.
I'll send you the video.
The cheetah will do that a little bit faster, I'm sure. Now, I do want to let you know the toughest job on this track is being the lure operator, and that's because that equipment goes well over 100 miles per hour, but the rate of acceleration, like I talked about, is much faster than that. So you have to keep it just a little ahead, but not too far ahead, because remember, country club lifestyle here at the safari park, animals don't have to do the things that they naturally have to do out in the wild here, because they have us. So if the lure is way down there and the cat is down there, she's going to be like, can you bring me my food, please? Right down here. So it's a tough job, but Shannon's been doing this for a long time. So realize that she does an incredible job every time, so you're in for a special treat. Again, Amara's going to be chasing that lure. That lure is literally a stuffed animal. It's a combination of a lizard / Robert the Zebra plush animal, yes. It's tons of fun for them. We change the lure up on a regular basis for them to keep it exciting. Now, guys, what I was talking about, those hand signals. Missy is the release trainer. The arm goes up, the cat is ready. The arm goes down, the cat is out of the travel crate. Annette is our catch trainer today because none of us run 60 to 70 miles per hour. The cheetah's off leash. Once the cheetah gets down to this end, there will be a loud coach's whistle, and that coach's whistle is telling Amara that she needs to stop. The run is done at that point. And what happens is then Annette puts leashes on Amara and gives her a big pan of reinforcement. Now, folks, I am going to go ahead and time this run, and you'll be able to know, obviously, the difference between the dog and the cheetah. Now, we can't guarantee more than one run. We will know after the first run shortly to let you know, but I'm going to give you tons of information. Watch and enjoy Cheetah Run, folks.
Wow.
I love the oohs and ahs. You know, I do this all the time, and it gives me goosebumps every time I see this event be part of this event, but to hear your guys' oohs and ahs, I know you're appreciating you're looking at an endangered species. There's only 10 to 12,000 cheetahs out there. I know you all want to know the time, don't you? 5.68 seconds, sorry. 5.68 seconds. She really kind of came in hard and then she dug in really hard here because you know what happens? Let me tell you, Amara is the one that loves the lure the most and she always gets this close to it and there's a lot of the times that she catches it. And so she is our one that loves the lure and likes to get a hold of it. But that was a phenomenal run by Amara. So she's going to enjoy some food right now, guys, and then she might make her way kind of down the track. This is your opportunity to get pictures. So you're more than welcome to take those as she walks down the track. So now I do want to let you know, going back to that endangered status, you're looking at a cat species that here at the safari park, we are supporting and helping this cat species. We've had over 130 cheetahs born right here on grounds. It's a really great number over the last 40 years. Cheetahs are very tough to breed in a zoo setting. And the reason for that is because it is ladies' choice out there. The females, if they don't have an estrus cycle that started, they're not going to breed. Well, the estrus cycle needs to be started by the presence of a male, or even a possibility of a vocalization from a male called a stutter bark. Now, if that presence isn't there, her cycle hasn't started, there may not be a successful breeding. We've kind of used that to our advantage here at the safari park. Most people like to call it the bait and switch, but it's the easiest way to describe it. And we've been successful. Basically what happens is we allow the good-looking male to walk the line of the females. The one that has been proven to be a successful dad. He starts the interest cycle going on, and because we're governed by the species survival plan, kind of the genetic dating book of wild animals, they tell us who we need to breed with who. Well, the one that maybe is not as attractive, we put him in because his genetic line is much more needing to be dispersed throughout the genetic lines. Well, guess what? It's successful. And a litter size can be anywhere from 1 to 8. And we have had success in those larger litter sizes here at the safari park. We're very proud to be one of the top 5 breeding organizations within the United States. Now, Amara is a product of our breeding right here on ground. She was born here at the safari park. So we just want to thank everybody for supporting conservation here at the park and helping us out with this species. But let's talk a little bit about why is there a domesticated dog here? Well, cheetahs are a non-confrontational cat species. Non-confrontational in the aspect that they're going to run away from a situation. Realizing that cheetahs have a little nickname out there in Africa called the scaredy cats of the Serengeti. And it is true to a certain degree because this animal is built for speed. They are so well designed for running. They're well designed for those high top speeds to be able to go down and catch a gazelle. They're not designed for strength like the lions behind us. So they're going to run away from a situation before they stay and fight. We could train a cheetah without a domesticated dog, but it makes the steps go by a lot faster, and this is the reason why. The cheetah's going to read the body language of the four-legged buddy over there before they really find that confidence in themselves. So it makes the steps go by a lot easier and allows them to have that relationship. Now, it's a fostered relationship. It's not something that we can just throw dog and cheetah together and say, have a party, figure it out. No, it's not going to work out that way. You need lots of toys, lots of trainers involved, lots of repetitive walking sessions, all that kind of stuff to build that confidence. But once that relationship is established, those two stay together in the same pen all the time. The only time we separate them is during feeding time, or if the dog needs a little extra burning of energy. Because they have a lot more energy than a cat does in that aspect. So feeding time, because if we put down 2 plans of food, the cheetah would not get any food and the dog would eat everything. Not a good scenario. So that's why we separate them during feeding time. So it's a fostered relationship. The other great thing of the whole scenario is we get to adopt the dog from a humane society or a rescue situation, so it works out to our advantage. Now, naturally out in the wild, folks, dogs are used actually to protect cheetahs. Now, does that make sense at all? Probably not, and this is why. Because I just said it's a foster relationship here. Now, out in the wild, a cheetah would be very afraid of a dog. So what do? Well, there's an organization called the Cheetah Conservation Fund. An American woman left here in the States, started this organization out in Africa, and she said, I'm going to figure out how I can help this species because they're not doing real well out there. Well, after lots of trial and error, she figured out that if I give a domesticated dog to those ranchers who were shooting cheetahs because they thought the cheetah was killing their goat and sheep, which it probably wasn't, but the cheetah was the last one seen on the site because they're a diurnal cat species. Well, long story short, this woman, Lori Marker, she gives these ranchers this domesticated dog and says, raise this dog with your livestock. Don't bring it in at night. Leave it outside with that livestock. Well, because the dog is an Anatolian Shepherd, it's a Turkish breed of dog that's 120 to 150 pounds. It's a guarding dog. It's done its job. If one bark from a dog will make a cheetah turn around and go the opposite way. Has been 100% effective to the degree that cheetah numbers have stabilized and are actually on the rise out in Africa. So that's a really good thing. So between what's going out there in Africa and what's going on here at the safari park, with our high numbers of success of breeding cheetahs, we're doing okay. And I say we're doing okay because, again, they're one of the toughest cat species to breed in a zoo setting. So we just appreciate everybody coming out and supporting conservation here at the safari park. And obviously I can say words like that, but I know one way that will definitely tell you, thank you very much for hanging out with me and listening to me and all about all these information. I'm just going to double check that I'm reading things right. Yes, I am. You can probably tell the cheetah's back in her travel crate. Guess what we're going to do for you guys all? We're going to run her a second time. You guys aren't disappointed, are you? I didn't think you would be. Well, I do want to let you know we're going to change things up on you, though. We're actually going to run the opposite direction. Basically, we're going to run from that direction to here. So you nice folks in the middle get to see the same thing, just the opposite way. But it is a little bit of a different run. You folks at the end who got to see her come in hard down to that end, you're going to see her leaving you. And our reserved viewing folks that got to see the beginning coming out of the crate, you're going to get to see her braking coming down the track. And remember, guys, they are well adapted for running. Let's talk about that for a second. They have enlarged nasal passages. They have enlarged hearts. They have enlarged lungs. And they have the ability to breathe all that air coming in, just like I was talking about. The other structure that's unique to the cheetah is they have what we call semi-retractable toenails. You're looking at the only cat species that physically can't climb a tree because their toenails stick out all the time. They can push out more, but not retract completely. Yes, I know, documentaries out there have shown a cheetah up in a tree. It's a play tree, it's a tree that's been knocked over. A cheetah can jump 6 feet, but they can't physically climb a tree like a leopard or even a lion. Lions can climb trees as well. They are built for speed, guys. They can only run for about 20 to 30 seconds naturally out in Africa, but then they have to rest before they can actually start ingesting their prey. A lot of the times they're actually losing their kill during that rest period because the vultures come down, and vultures could get a toe or an eye or anything like that. Well, here at the safari park, they don't have to worry about anything at all. But the little difference with this run that you guys are going to see here in just a minute is Missy's arm's going to go up, Missy's arm's going to go down. The lure is actually going to start moving before the cat comes out of the crate. So it changes their mentality a little bit because the item is moving before they're actually coming out of the crate. So it's very exciting for them. And it is a little bit of a shorter run. As you can tell, she's kind of cut up in the little inlet there. But it's an amazing run. They have a tendency to run really hard coming this direction. The time might be a little bit shorter. You never know. It just depends on how much fun she has chasing that lure. The time for that run the first run was 5.68 seconds. As I said, you never know. It could be faster or shorter. What do you guys all want? Do you want faster or shorter? Faster or slower? Not shorter, slower. That's the word I'm looking for. Faster or slower? I think it's probably going to be faster, but we'll see. 5.68 seconds is the time to beat for Amara. But remember, Amara loves chasing down that lure. She loves the fun game of it. Now remember, you're going to hear that coach's whistle. Once the lure disappears in the box, Annette blows that coach's whistle. That's a recall for her, telling her your fun is done. You get your reinforcement. Now guys, I do want to tell you that we have 4 cats that run in this program, so keep coming back every single day, and we do run a different cat every single day. Well guys, enjoy the final run for today. She shaved a little time off that one for sure. You can give her a round of applause. She did a great job. 5.48 seconds. So just a little bit off that time, but a phenomenal run. Now guys, again, critically endangered, or I should say threatened cat species, endangered cat species that you all are supporting here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. And we couldn't do what we do here without you. So we just want to thank everybody so much, and have a great rest of the afternoon here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Bye-bye, folks.